Hello, welcome back to A Story to Score. Another area from where there are questions coming in your general essay is the media. Now, media, when we talk about, there is print media, visual media, as well as social media. When you look in the previous questions, you could see that there's been questions on media and good governance. Then there were questions on cyber security. There were questions on social media, etc. So, this is not something which you study directly in any of your general studies papers or even any of your optionals for that matter. So, you have to have a little bit of extra knowledge if you want to attempt a question on media. So, you should have as usual, a historical understanding about the growth of media. Like the print media, especially the Indian context when you talk about, the print media originated during the colonial times and it was used as a wonderful weapon to mobilize the masses during the freedom movement. Post-independent time, we see the growth of visual media, the television and news channels and things like that. Later in the new millennium, we see the growth of social media. Especially the past 10 years or so, we see the social media and how much it influences our day-to-day life. So, first of all, you should have a understanding about the growth of all this media and of course there are a lot of articles available. You should know a little bit about the laws and things like that, like the censor board and the decorum and other kind of things associated with the things, with the presentation and content of the media. And of course you should have knowledge about the article 19 which talks about the freedom of expression. So, be ready with this basic information and whenever you come across any interesting articles on media, especially the social media, you could make a note of that. In fact, when it comes to social media and cyber security, your paper 3 security issues actually have a segment related to that. So, you could take out some points from there as well. There was this question few years ago about how social media is inherently a selfish thing. So, social media actually you put like be it Facebook or Instagram, you actually put your photos and whatever happens in your life for the public to view. So, in a way, you will be looking at you all the time. And of course, you will be watching how others respond to your expressions. So, that is one interesting thing. And all of a sudden, I am reminded of the story of Narcissus who was keep on watching his own reflection and who eventually became a flowering plant to be precise. So, from this particular character from the Greek mythology, we come up with the term that narcissism, one who loves oneself. So, that element is present in social media and maybe this same story of Narcissus can be used as an introduction for this social media as a selfish, this inherently selfish. But other than that, you could come up with there are many movies which actually talks about the, social media and its impact. In Malayalam, you have this movie called Operation Java and there are of course many other examples from other language as well about the usage of media. So, you could use the example of any movies or you could use any example of how people get addicted to social media, get into good things or bad things. But when it comes to addiction, mostly it's bad things which happens. Then of course for topics like media and governance and media and democracy, there also you could use real examples. So as I said for some earlier topics, the websites like Better India or their social media portals, they could be used to collect good examples. Let me remind you something. When it comes to media, be it social media or any other type of media, it's always two-sided, that there could be good things and there could be some bad things. Especially when you write about social media and internet, never ever get into a mode of only the pitfalls and the threats and things like that. There are a lot of positive things about all these things. So make sure that when you write about these things, you maintain a balanced approach and you present both positive and negative views. So media is not an area where you get direct materials from your GS papers, but if you are interested in reading generally from all these sources, online as well as print media, you get a lot of information about the impact of media. So read them if you have interest, and provided an opportunity, you can use them. So if you are not much interested in this area, you don't need to worry too much and study this, because again every year we may not get a question from this. But generally it's good that if you have a larger understanding of the picture. So thank you for watching, and we'll have another topic next week.